Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking The Real Housewives of New York, season 13, episode 9. Okay guys, before we get into this episode, I just wanted to say something. Listen, last week's episode, my review ticked a few people off. And the thing about it is, I was yelled at. I was asked, do I know that I am black? Let me tell you, every day that I walk out of my house, every day that I go to work, every day that I live and breathe, I know I am black. Okay. As I have always said, this is my channel. These are my opinions. These are my statements. And not everyone is always going to agree with me. And that is perfectly fine. That's how the world works. We don't all think alike. If we did, it would be a little cultish. You know what I mean? My thing is, if you don't agree with me, it's fine. You can get down in the comments and tell me why you don't agree with me. And most times when the peeps get down in the comments and they say, P, I don't agree with you, and this is why, I end up seeing things a lot differently. And a lot of times I change my mind. It's a way to treat people. I don't want to be rude to any of you, and I don't want any of you to be rude to me. And I don't want any of you to be rude to each other. It's all right to disagree with each other in a productive way. One of the people was so indignant after they went on to explain to me that I am black. They also explained to me that they were going to unsubscribe, and I let them know they didn't have to because they'd already been unsubscribed and blocked. Listen, if you don't agree with me, it's fine. It really truly is. Just tell me why you don't agree, but just say it in a way that I can understand your side. You don't have to get nasty and dirty down in the comments. It's just not what the peeps do. We don't disrespect each other. We tell each other exactly how we feel without being nasty. It's that simple. Anyway, peeps, back to our regularly scheduled programming. The episode starts off with Leah contacting all the ladies, letting them know that she would like to take a trip to Salem. She's inviting all of the ladies, including Bershan. And I thought this is really great because I'd like to see Bershan to get along with the rest of these ladies. And I especially want Bershan to get along with Ebony. I think that these are two intelligent, go-getting ladies, and they should be friends. They could totally be Wonder Twins. You know what I mean? Like Ramona and Sonia, just not like Ramona and Sonia. Does that make sense? Probably not. Anyway, moving on. She let the ladies know that when they go out to dinner, they're going to have a theme, latex and leather. I said, Lord have mercy. First of all, let me just say, I would absolutely love to go to Salem, but I'm not really for all the haunted stuff. I mean, yes, I have paranormal videos on my channel, but as you can see, I haven't done any paranormal videos in a while because I scared myself so bad. I had an incident. I was really scared, and that's why I haven't done any paranormal videos in a while. So, you know, I would love a little trip to Salem, but I would definitely have Pastor Anderson on his feet now. I'm just saying, I need my Bible. I cannot. I'm just saying. Anyway, so Ramona goes out to lunch with Bershan, and she's wearing this mask, and all I get is Hannibal Lecter. I said, oh my gosh, you know, I think it's probably stylish, but you guys know, I don't know anything about fashion. But yeah, no, I don't want it. I don't like that mask. So Ramona, when she meets up with Bershan, she says that, you know, she had to leave the Night in Harlem event a little early because, you know, her vertigo was acting up. That is a bunch of crap. I have never heard anybody say, oh, I'm just sitting here still, but my vertigo is acting up. I need to get out of here by standing up on heels and walking up all these steps. I don't know. Ramona is a liar. Listen, I have to agree, you know, it did come off as a teaching moment. It really did. And you know, like I said before, I really appreciate Ebony and I respect Ebony a lot. You know, she has done some amazing things with her life and she's still really young. But it's a way to deliver a message so that people hear you. If you come off too preachy or too much like a teacher, sometimes people shut down and they don't listen. And then it really doesn't help. So with people like Ramona and Luann, you have to slide the information to them. Kind of like when we were children and we would watch Sesame Street. We would think that it was so fun, it was great, but they were actually teaching us something. You know, you have to take it all the way back to the basics when you're dealing with Ramona and Luann. You know, like the Reading Rainbow or, you know, stuff like that. Or Whomper Room, which that woman on Whomper Room never said my name. You know how at the end she would always say everybody's name? There was never one episode that she said Pia, not one. I cried about that. Oh my God, how did we even get here? Moving on. Lord, I need therapy.
I have to say I'm good with everybody. I'm the kind of a person, I don't hold a grudge. I keep it moving.
You know what? Ramona's full of crap. She really is. Since when does she move on and leave stuff in the past? That woman is still holding a grudge from Jill Zarin years ago. Are you kidding me? Stop telling these lies, Ramona. We have seen you for 13 seasons, ma'am. We know you're a liar. Stop it. Now, everybody knows, because I've said this many times before, I absolutely adore Ebony and Sonia together. They are just cute. They really are. So they are on this trip to Philadelphia so that they could meet Ebony's friend, the matchmaker. And listen, all I want for Sonia is for her to be happy and sober. A happy, sober life for Sonia Morgan, you know, and I would absolutely love for her to get married and change her name to something that's not Morgan. Maybe they can introduce her to somebody in the Wells Fargo family. Is it a family? I should probably Google. Anyway, I really do love that Sonia and Ebony get each other. I also like that Ebony did state that it doesn't always have to be so heavy. She would also like to have a good time and have fun with the ladies. She just needed them to learn who she was right off the bat. And she does state she believes that she does need to be a little more subtle when she's talking to the ladies. And I said, yes, you get it, you get it. Just be a little more subtle with them so that they listen. Otherwise, it's just gonna be mayhem every time. I think that the more time they spend with Ebony, just being in a relaxed setting, having a good time, a few laughs here and there, the more they will start to like her and the more they will want to know. And then it'll come to a point where she'll be asked questions. They'll start asking her for plenty of information. That's what I'm hoping. You know, I could be absolutely naive and stupid. You know, nobody has ever said that I was a genius. Nobody. So, I mean, I don't know. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. If you disagree, it is okay. I'm just saying. So when they get to Philadelphia, I was screaming, okay? Absolutely yelling at Devin, the matchmaker. Okay, so Devin is an entertainment journalist and she is a host of the Challenge podcast and The Challenge, and she's a former member of the MTV's The Challenge. I said, now what is happening? Devin has 32 jobs? Girl, you are all over the place. I just saw you last week or 2 weeks ago giving your entertainment update on the Wendy Williams. She's always on Wendy Williams giving her entertainment updates. And whenever the challenge is in season, she is always hosting the after show, things like that. And now she is a matchmaker. I said, well, I be. You go, girl. Anyway, I really do like Debbie.
Me's got to advocate for my girl.
Yeah.
So we don't want nobody broke.
Right.
Okay?
No broke ass.
No broke asses.
Okay, so I am really here for the matchmaking. I'm excited to see what happens, and I absolutely agree with Ebony. Sonia cannot be with a brokenaire. You know, she went from the multi-million-dollar Morgan Chase family. She has got to have somebody that has some money. That woman needs someone who can keep her in the lifestyle she is accustomed to. Sonia would never survive a relationship where you have loving dinners at your local Olive Garden. Nope. She needs the yacht with the yacht rock. That was so funny, that episode, when somebody said something about yacht rock and one of the girls said, I don't even know what that is. And she said, oh, it's rock that you play on a yacht. I laughed so hard. I said, I wonder if when I'm listening to rock in my car, is that car rock? I don't know. That's rich people talk. I have no idea. On the way back from Philadelphia, Leah is on the line with Ebony and Sonia, and she lets them know that when they get to Salem, they're going to have a seance. And I said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. One thing is for sure. I'm black. Just in case you didn't know, I'm black every day. Just like the former peep let me know. But another thing that is absolutely for sure every day is I don't do the seance. No, ma'am. Nope. You and the rest of the girls are very free to have all the seance you want. But me? Nope, because I have seen way too many paranormal programs. I have read too many paranormal books. I don't need anything. I don't need anybody from the other side talking to me at all. Nope, I'm good. While they're at the seance, I would be somewhere in my room on the phone with Pastor Anderson. I am good. So Leah rents this big, huge tour bus that has bunk beds, and they're only going 4 hours away. But you know, it's comfortable. I thought it was really cute. I said, look at Leah. She is really going all out for this trip. Did anyone wonder where Leah's sister was? Because usually she always wants to include her sister. I just assumed that maybe her sister had other plans and she couldn't make it.
To get me one of those vibrators,
Which
the Gumby ones that you had. Remember, I got the stupid
I know
one,
what
the
happened
one
to-
that was in the chicken. I don't want that.
We need to get another one.
Hold on, I want one too.
All right, let's do it right now. Let's go.
Now listen, I'm not even going to say anything about this conversation, but it did remind me of me and my best girlfriends. That is something that we would totally do. All of us. We would all have our card out, try to place the order. Because you never know. You never know when an emergency situation might arise and you need a vibrator. I'm just going to move on. Okay. Rashawn lets everyone know that she's divorced as well and that she used to be married to a banker. And a few weeks before her wedding, she was diagnosed with cancer. And they actually gave her 3 months, I believe she said, to live. And she has been cancer-free for 13 years. We can appreciate that she wants to take every day and live it to the fullest, and that's what you should do, and I am very happy for her. Leah lets the girls know that they're going to be having dinner the first night at a tattoo place, which is also a restaurant. And the first thing I thought was, oh, you know, I don't want to have dinner at the same place I get tattoos, but you know, that's okay. Ramona says that she doesn't want to get a tattoo because she doesn't want to defile her body. And I said, okay, Ramona, you don't have to. Leah said that it was optional. She didn't say it was part of the Salem package. You're going to make it out of there without defiling your body, period.
1692, the witch trials happened here at the Hawthorne Hotel. 20 people were killed. 19 were hung, and 1 was pressed to death.
Where did you take me?
Well, welcome to the Hawthorne Hotel. And I can't stay there. You know, I thought to myself, I just wonder, you know, is there a Marriott, you know, down the street that was built on hollowed ground after 1980? Because I could stay there. I'm just saying, I'm really nervous about stuff like that.
So is the hotel okay? That's all I want to know, because I am nervous.
No, it's not okay.
Okay, I'm
It's
like,
haunted.
in horror movies, the black person gets killed first. Not my type of girls trip.
All I have to say is facts. I mean, if you watch any horror franchise, you know, especially in the earlier time, yeah, it was always the black people, which would be, you know, me, because I'm black all the time. I'm just saying, oh my God, I am not going to lay off on this. Okay, I promise you, that's the last time I'm going to mention that I'm black. I promise, the last time. So before they went up to their rooms, they had a high priestess. I think they said her name was June or Jan. I can't remember. She is in a coven, and it's some kind of witchcraft situation. I don't know. But she said some sort of prayer or something, and I would not be able to partake in that prayer. I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. The wolves and the moon and the howling and stuff. And no, just send me a little Jesus. I can't. Moving on.
12 is one of the most haunted rooms. Everything here is mostly positive energy again. There's nothing really negative. Usually it's a tug on your foot when you're sleeping. And
I absolutely love this hotel. They hung up all of their stuff ahead of time. So Ramona did not have to disrespect the staff and ask those people to unpack her stuff and hang it up. And then number two, listen, them women knew that the Real Housewives of New York was coming, and somebody on that staff said, oh, put Ramona in the room that has the most energy. I said, all right. And that woman talking about, it's not bad energy. You know, you may feel somebody touch your toe or something. Ma'am, that's bad energy. Okay, I didn't pay extra for the toe touch. No, thank you. Down the street at the Marriott. That's where you find me, okay? Or sleeping on that tour bus. I cannot. So each room was equipped with roses, sage, an altar, some kind of weird blood-looking candles, and a really nice charcuterie board. Honey, listen, I would have gave them everything back, but that charcuterie board, the roses, and the sage. Take all the rest of this back. I'm good. Oh my gosh. By the way, can somebody unpack my clothes and head them over to the Marriott? It was too much, okay? Luann, she sages her room instantly. You know, she doesn't need any bad energy, and I'm with Luann. I personally would have been in my room having a little quiet time on a speakerphone with Pastor Anderson. Can you say a little prayer for this hotel in this room, especially this room that I'm in, and pray for my soul? I don't... This episode had me cracking up because I just know that I would be the worst friend on this trip. I don't want to touch anything, okay? I don't want to touch that. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to, nope. I just want this charcuterie board and a nap. So, you know, they get their leather and latex or latex and lace, whatever it was, all together. And when I see Leah's outfit, why does it just take me all the way to season 1 of American Horror Story? I said, oh, wow. Interesting. It really was. You know, the girls looked cute. They looked nice. That was not a tweak, but a very professional lawyer slash journalist slash podcast wannabe twerk. That wasn't that good, but okay. Now this tattoo place for dinner, it was very Salem. As Luann said, it was a 24-hour Halloween place. It was gothic, but in a beautiful way. I thought it was really cute. Yeah, it was cute. You know, Sonia saw those twins and she said, well, what are you guys supposed to be doing here? And the twins told her they were there to scare her, but obviously it's not working. And she said, no. And I laughed so hard. I said, that's their job, to scare you, ma'am. And it did not work. And she said they didn't scare her, but they are absolutely adorable. She thought they were super cute. I said, be careful, children. Sonia is on the loose. Now here is when all hell breaks loose. So Sonia, I don't know. Maybe she had had a couple drinks. I have no idea. She brings up Ebony and preaching to the women, and everything just goes completely left.
We can't get to the Kiki if I have an outstanding question in my heart and mind if you are aligned with white supremacy.
where you got the idea that we might be aligned with white supremacy. That's what's confusing to me.
I don't want to talk about race, creed, or color.
Because you've been preaching about it for like the past every time we see you.
And there's never been a black woman in your group, ever. You understand the kind of pressure that is on her?
Shut up. She's in the press. Shut the Oh, you shut the
I have no idea what you're talking about. You
Yes,
live
I
in a
do.
tiny little bubble.
No, you're so
in a
wrong.
world
You
so
have
far
no
away.
idea who
Be
I
quiet.
am.
You're
I
a moron.
am.
Just be
No,
quiet.
not a moron.
You are what's wrong in the world,
I don't
so
think
shut
so.
up.
You want to remain ignorant? No,
I'm not ignorant.
Yeah, but you are. You don't want to know these things.
All lives matter. You're ignorant. Sit down so you can hear what they have to say.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Your intention is to let people learn and understand. This is
their
what
own
you
terms.
do on their own terms. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Is sometimes delivery can come across a little harsh.
Because it's my existential right to exist as a free, liberated person in this country.
But you're living a great life. I don't understand.
Okay, and I want to
Leave it on luggage. I don't even have what you have. Or nice bags. I don't live your life. I want your life. Can I have your life? I want your life, bitch. And I said, looking at you, I don't think you suffer.
Just because she's doing well doesn't mean she didn't struggle or that she didn't have to face any racism or any sexism or whatever.
Donald Trump. I don't think everybody voted for Donald Trump is a white supremacist. But some people that did are. Go there.
Have you ever supported Donald Trump ever?
I have never supported Donald Trump.
But like, there's footage of you, I'm sure you've seen it, saying positive things about him. You said you weren't sure who you were gonna vote for. You said your mom was gonna vote for him.
No, my mom did vote for him.
Right.
You're talking on one side, and then here you're supporting Trump.
I play a game.
No.
I want a game. I want a game.
All right, so I'm all over the place with this crazy, out of control conversation. And I first just would like to say that when I was growing up, my family and friends and all the people that I grew up with, they never liked to talk about politics. I was always told that your political beliefs are supposed to be private. So all these seasons that we've been watching Ramona and she doesn't like to talk about politics, I've always just accepted it. I feel that a lot of the times during the seasons, you know, especially the seasons when Carol was on there, that it seemed that majority of the ladies were on opposite sides of their political beliefs. However, I am pretty sure that I'm possibly on the opposite side of between me and my friends. Actually, one of my closest friends, he and I are definitely on opposite sides, but we still care about each other. We still respect each other. And that, I think, is the problem. I think that these ladies want Ramona to just come out and say what her political beliefs are, what her thoughts are, and she's refusing to do so, and they're getting upset about it. But when you try to be fair about it, does she really need to tell you? One thing that came off as weird to me is Ebony making that statement about white supremacy and Trump supporters. I don't really, you know, I do believe that some of his supporters are white supremacists, but not all of them. You know, some people just like him. They like his politics. It is what it is. I just thought it was a little weird that she mentioned that her mom voted for him. And I said, well, what? And then she mentioned, or one of the girls mentioned, that she spoke really highly of him when she was, you know, on Fox News. And I thought, okay, if your mom voted for him, why is it not okay for Ramona or Luann or any of the other girls to vote for him? I don't understand it. It was just a lot going on. I think they heard that and then shut down completely. Absolutely shut down. They did not understand what she was talking about. So I think it needed to be worded differently. As soon as she said that, that was the end of it. Those ladies automatically assumed that she was saying that they were a part of it. Luann got her feathers ruffled. She was not with it. She wanted to know, what does that have to do with anything? There was a part where Luann said that Sonia is playing both sides. And I believe that Sonia does understand exactly where Ebony is coming from, much better than some of the other women on the show. But I do think that she says different things to different people because she doesn't want to get in the middle of all of this. But I do think that she clearly sees where Ebony is coming from and what she's trying to do with her life, with her platform, with this movement. There was a comment that Ramona made that really ticked me off. She made this comment about Ebony, stating that she doesn't understand. Ebony has a good life. Why is she so all about Black Lives Matter and all of this stuff? And I thought, way to show your ignorance, Ramona. Just because somebody is living a better life doesn't mean that they don't understand the struggle. It doesn't mean that they haven't struggled before. You don't have to be a person who is living in the projects to understand being a person of color in our country. And then she says, I'd like to have your life. Really, Ramona? I somehow don't buy that. I somehow do not believe that at any point you would actually switch places with Ebony. The whole Leah screaming and hollering at Ramona is ridiculous. We all know that. We know that she runs from conversations. She doesn't want to learn anything. She wants to stay stuck right there in her little bubble on the Upper East Side. She doesn't care what's going on with anybody who is not Ramona or Avery or Mario. It's all about Ramona Singer. And that whole getting up, walking away, and then coming back, I want to play a game. I want to play a game. What was that? And let me say something else that I didn't appreciate about Ramona this episode. Has anyone else noticed that the last few episodes, Ramona continues to talk to Ebony and call her a bitch instead of calling her name? And I think it's a little odd. I don't remember the last time I heard her in casual conversation call Luann a bitch. I mean, it's possible she probably has, and if she has, get down in the comments, let me know. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And what I also don't like is they are pitting Ebony and Bershawn against each other. Bershawn even stated that she also understands what Ebony is trying to do. It's just the delivery. And Ebony was very unhappy about that. And I said, why are they pitting these two women against each other? This is ridiculous. First of all, it was ridiculous that it took 13 seasons for them to get an African-American woman on The Real Housewives of New York. The only other African-American woman I ever seen was on an earlier season. I think she was dating Viva's daddy or something, and she was just on one episode, maybe two. People are all over the internet. They are divided down the middle. Half the people want Ebony and Leah booted off the show. The other half of the people want Ramona booted off the show. This is just crazy. Bravo has started something here. Get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.